We've finally made it to episode 60 of my weekly diary. Now, this one should be really interesting because not only did I get transferred to another team in the league, I also have quite a few highlights for one of my recent games because it was the finals. So it was 2 games, both 40 minutes long. I played both, so I managed to get some pretty good stuff. Hope you enjoy. So this is quite a long video, so I will try my best to talk all the way through it. So these were my highlights from my games on Sunday. This was a bit of a weird one because it was like the finals. So instead of being against one team, we were against 2. Both had 20 minutes halves, so it ended up being 40 minutes in total. Both games I played the exact same position. And I think both games I played a bit differently. I feel like the first one, I was a lot more carrying the ball, running with it, while the second game, it was a lot more tackles. So first game was against NS Crusaders, and we lost. It was quite an annoying thing we lost by, because we actually were winning at first. And then it was only like second half, suddenly we just switched off and we just started losing, which was obviously such a disappointment. I think we lost by either 1 try or 2. So as I said, not far off. Second game was against Vipers, which we've already played against and we won against them last time as well. However, I think they were merged with someone else because they were lower numbers. We won this one. I don't remember the exact score, but it was a pretty good win, I reckon. This game, I definitely had a few runs, but it was more focused on tackling. Ended up injuring a few people, which probably sounds like me, actually. Yeah, had some nice tackles though. I was having quite a bit of fun. It was weird though. First game I had like no adrenaline whatsoever. Like every time I ran, I felt the run. Every time I got hurt, I felt it. Obviously, didn't come off for any of them. But the second game, I just felt all the adrenaline. So I'm quite glad at least one of the games got it. And to be honest, thinking about it is probably a good thing that was the second game. Because if I used it all in the first, then I think going through the second and having to play a full another 40 would have killed me off. But yeah, this was my game. So this week I ended up going training for the London Broncos women. Normally you'd have to do a trial thing and then basically get accepted into that if you can. However, the head coach there watched 2 of my games and invited me down to do like the rest of the season with them. Now obviously the league's nearly over, but I thought it'd be a good idea because it kind of boosts me for next season where I could actually get things started. I will be playing a game with them next week, which should be interesting, so I'm quite excited for that. But yeah, so training was pretty good. Definitely a lot different than Union, which is harder to explain because you do such similar things like touch rugby, Fiji rugby, where you can't get touched at all, and stuff like that. Like, if you know what you're doing, you do. But they also had training drills, which was completely different. So, obviously, in league, you do more than one person in a tackle, while Union focuses on one-on-one tackles. League focuses on, like, 2-on-1s or 3-on-1s, which you don't really get taught often, so it was kind of going through that. A few bits I was definitely confused about. I'm not going to say them because I don't know if it's theirs or just like league. But someone would say something at me and it'd mean, like if it'd mean a switch or a dummy or blah blah blah, whatever it meant. And I'd just look at them because it wouldn't be like one of those words, it'd be a completely different word. And I'd look at them and go, I don't know what you mean. But yeah, they were absolutely lovely, so that was really nice. And I'm actually getting fully transferred over, so I'd send all my details from Brentwood Eels. It was funny though, because obviously I've never had like a true position in league. I played second row, got asked to play wing at one point, and that was, I didn't allow that. I kept pushing someone else to the wing. I played centre, I played prop. Obviously, hooker is a completely different thing, so I've never actually played hooker. I like second row though, because second row was like union flankers, because you can kind of just pull off and tackle the first person. So I like that. But yeah, my coach sent him basically a list of the stuff I could play and like where he preferred best for me to play. But who knows where I'm going to be put. It's always fun to find out. But yeah, so the training session revolved around a few different bits. Most of them was just like positioning work. I actually found out a few rules actually, which just made it a whole lot more things to learn, which was great. But yeah, so I'm actually going back to Oxford soon, and the season will be over, but the game we actually have is so far away, so I wish myself luck for that. But I hope you enjoy. So today is Friday. It has been 2 days since I went to Broncos, and obviously I also had a game this week because I had one on Sunday. I was feeling really stiff still, so today wasn't supposed to be a hard session, and it's still not going to be a hard session. And the reason for that is because obviously I've had training. Tomorrow I have gym as well, but that's going to be focused on upper body because one of my legs currently doesn't feel amazing. But I think that's like constant hitting it on the ground during my game. So it's fine, but it just isn't amazing right now. So I keep saying so. Anyway, I've done half an hour of mobility, which I swear to God, I say half an hour, it was actually probably longer than that. I've written it all down, what I ended up doing. And oh my God, I think that's more mobility that I've ever done in my life, continuously. Which is not actually saying a lot, but yeah. Anyway, make another video when I finish, and I'll try and get some pictures of anything I do with the legs. But it's gonna be like light weights and like more reps kind of thing. But I hope you enjoy. Okay, I am done. I thought that was something weird with my phone. It's just back down. I'm done for the day. Yeah, well, alright. Ended up doing like the elevated legs and stuff like that. It's not a bad session as a whole. It just felt a lot longer than usual because half an hour I spent doing stretches and mobility stuff. But yeah, hope you enjoy. So today I was actually supposed to have like a full gym session with full uppers and everything like that. And also get some pictures done for Into Sports for like boots and stuff like that. However, instead we ended up doing all the photos, and then there was a ping pong table out there, and me and my dad spent absolutely ages playing ping pong. Turns out we both absolutely suck at it, which was quite ironic because before that he was like, I was quite good at this when we were younger, and we couldn't even keep a rally going. It was so bad. I think by the end we've gotten slightly better, but it still wasn't great. But yeah, no, I quite enjoyed it though. I managed to get a video of me. I wish there was a place to keep both of us in, but sadly there wasn't. So you can just see me failing miserably and having to reach like ping pong balls that are by my face.